So, the author of the book, Five Dysfunctions, a Team, gives a very interesting observation. He calls this thing what he calls the conflict continuum. What is that? He said, if you look at it right there, think of it as some kind of a continuum, two sides, left and right over here, kind of like the way you see. On the one side, on this side, is what we're going to call artificial harmony. Yeah, we all get along. Hi, how are you? Hello, are you? I saw this guy, he actually said it in one of his speeches. I heard him say, he saw a cartoon where there was a guy in California who's getting out of a cab, and he sees another individual, and a guy's like cutting him off in traffic, and he just goes, he's like, oh hi, he waves to the guy, good morning, and there's a little blurb, like a little comic above his head, what he's thinking, not saying, and it says, F you. Then there's right next to it a guy in New York City, right? Who's also, seeing a guy who's doing something, he gets out of a cab, and he yells at the guy, literally says, hey, F you, and he's thinking, good morning. The point is, this artificial harmony, which we smile, I love you, you're awesome, you're awesome. But what we're really thinking is, I really don't like you, and I'll keep playing along. We all stay to that side of the shallow end of the pool. Let's just try to get along and make it work. Let's just manage for the day, and why? Because if you go to the other side of the conflict continuum, which goes really far to the other side, where you yell at the person, and you're not trying to get along, and you go really, really far to the other extreme, it gets really, really mean-spirited and very angry, and it feels like hell to be a part of that. So most of us are afraid to go in that direction and talk about conflict and say stuff because, wow, that's really scary. The concept of this conflict continuum, as he shows up here, is there's this, between here, there's this middle line, invisible line sometimes, where you push all the way with that healthy conflict, push, all the way to that scary conversation, a little bit difficult. You get right up to that line where if you go one step over the line, now it's already becoming a little bit mean, a little bit too targeted, a little bit too angry. But if you get right up to that line where what we're going to call real, healthy, constructive conflict means I do need to tell you something that you're not doing right. We have to talk about the issue. We can't stay in the artificial harmony side. So you have to figure out, obviously by building trust first, how do I push till we get all the way to the line where everybody is healthy enough but sharp enough to challenge each other to the point where it doesn't get mean-spirited where we're going too far where we're hurting each other, but getting all the way up to that line where we could slowly uncover the difficult conversations, which obviously comes again from building trust first, to get all the way to the point where we could have a lot of healthy conflict.